What?
Here we are.
Why are you punching me?
I don't know. It's just like how we're starting.
Okay.
Okay. Man, we are basically wrapping. Remember Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Yeah.
Let's talk about one of the other significant reasons why you're doing this.
Oh yeah, the nonprofits.
Raising
100%.
money for some of the local nonprofits. Let's talk
Yeah.
about those nonprofits first of all. So,
So come December 1, I'm going to do one final weigh-in. We're going to email the results out to everybody who's pledged a dollar amount per pound or whatever, as long as, knock on wood, I'm still over my goal, which I should be. I sure hope I'm not going to blow it in these next couple weeks.
that would be some Thanksgiving. He throws on 25 pounds.
That would be a hell of a November. And then we'll send out all the 4 nonprofits and let people contribute on their websites directly. The 4 of them are the Tahoe Fund, right, which is one of my favorites, one of the first ever environmental organizations here in the basin. They're all about promoting the health of the forest.
It's that light on his head. You getting that?
Oh,
John?
is
How's
it
that
still
looking?
there? All right. They're about promoting health of the lake clarity, recreation activities. They're working on hopefully getting a whole walking path and biking path around the whole lake is their plan.
That's remarkable.
Which is really kind of cool. Let's see, what's the other one? The Incline Education Fund.
Do you use that? Have you done the East Shore Trail?
Yeah, for sure.
So sweet.
It's really cool. Yeah, the Tahoe Fund, I think, is one of the huge proponents of that. They've made some major investments in the area.
It's there. Yeah. Tahoe Fund did that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Incline Education Fund, one of my also favorite nonprofits. I'm a huge proponent of public education in this community. We're still fighting to keep our middle school open in this town. And the Incline Education Fund promotes all education of all children in this community, which is fantastic.
Well, and they're elevating the type of education too. That right, the money that they raise brings these unique programs in the STEM.
Yeah.
And all these unique things that are different than traditional education that just elevate education in general in town.
Yeah.
Gives kids more options. As we know, right? Kids learn differently. They're into different types of things. So if you just stick them in down the traditional role, right? They have to have options.
Yeah, especially after the last couple of years of COVID. I think there's some catching up. And so, I think they're in the process of making the elementary, middle, and high school full STEM from K through 12, which would be the only school in the state, only school district in the state that offers that. So that'd be really cool. So I love Incline Education Fund.
Yeah, and some really amazing people are running that thing.
Yeah.
So
the third nonprofit is Clean Up the Lake. One of my favorites. They literally scuba dive. I'm a scuba dive master. I love diving. They scuba dive and clean up trash around the perimeter of the lake. And then every time they make it around the lake, they go out another 50 yards. They go out another 50 yards. And they've brought tons of kind of disgusting stuff up out of this wonderful lake where we get our drinking water from, where we get, everything, all the recreation. So that's one of my favorites. Huge. They've done some amazing work. You can't believe some of the stuff they've pulled out of the lake. Kind of disgusting stuff. Tires and bottles and cans and anchors and chains and you name it. And so that's one of my favorite nonprofits. So
sometimes when you're boating, you don't even realize that something flew out of the boat and ended up in the lake. And then when you get home, you're like, geez, I knew I had this other towel. Where'd it go?
Yeah. And so that's one of my favorite. And then the last one, of course, is
Sierra Community House.
The Sierra Community House, man. How do we forget about that? They're like a conglomerate of 3 or 4 different nonprofits that all came together, and they do some amazing work with feeding those that are underprivileged and don't have the ability to, provide good sustenance for their own families. They offer mental health services. They offer domestic violence and sexual abuse counseling. I mean, they're
legal.
legal. Yeah.
There's a lot of legal stuff that happens in a domestic violence scenario, right? And so they have to have some legal guidance on how to get away from the situation they're in.
So just a fantastic safety net for our community here.
And one of the things I just wanted to add on Sierra Community House, they go out into the schools, and their programs are to go out and teach kids around bullying and inclusion and equality and things like that. So these kids are really learning at a young age, all around the North Shore, how to treat each other, which is so huge.
Preventative, right?
Yes, it's a preventative service.
Yeah, an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure, right? So those are our 4 nonprofits. Please, it's not too late, right? You can still.
No, grantschallenge.com. So,
I thought it was Grant's Fat Challenge. Why'd you get rid of the fat all of a sudden, huh?
well, you got rid of the fat. So, no.
So
it's
grantschallenge.com.
Right.
You can still go. You'll still take a commitment.
No, anybody
donation?
listening to this that hasn't donated yet, grantschallenge.com, you can just do a pledge on that. And so people are doing, like I did by the pound, I think I did $3 per pound. So now I'm about 360 clams into you.
Let's see if I can get you up to
And you know what I
400,
realized?
huh?
Yeah, my company will match dollar for dollar my contributions, and so it's great. Not for every charity, but for most of these charities.
Awesome.
So I'm excited
I wonder if
about
other
that.
people have that same thing.
I think so. I think most people, that are working for a company getting a W-2 wage, most of their companies will have some kind of matching program. Some of them will. So check into that. It's also the end of the year, so a lot of people make their contributions, right, for tax reasons by the end of the year. So if you're going to donate to these nonprofits, you can do it through here. And basically you're doing it directly, right? We're not going to manage any of that. You go right to the website for these nonprofits, which we'll have, and it'll be at the end of this video too, the websites. You go right on there and make your donations. So,
but Brian will be checking up on you. So if you try to weasel out of your pledge, Brian's going to
find you.
He's going to track you down.
Yeah,
don't mess with the little man.
All right. Okay, no, it's an honor system, right? We're
gonna bug them if they don't.
Okay,
we're gonna follow up somehow.
Okay, we'll follow up.
They made a commitment. I did my part.
Yeah.
Time to pay the piper.
Yeah, you did your part.
I did my part.
Yeah. So if you haven't pledged yet, please go on and do that. You could even go on to your pledge and add another, dollar per pound.
Oh yeah.
Or an amount, and just throw it out there. I mean, there's no. You don't get any kudos for people donating.
Sure you do. We'll give you kudos.
No, we will give them kudos, but we don't get kudos for saying, oh gosh, look at how much Grant raised for charity. We're not going to play that game.
No, we're not playing this. This isn't about me.
No. So please go on and donate. So that'll be great.
These are 4 amazing nonprofits. Pick your favorite, divide it by 4, give to all of them. They're fantastic. I've personally supported all of them in the past and this year again. So thank you guys so much.
It's a beautiful thing.
They do wonderful work. They make this area why we want to live here. That's the bottom line.
And the reality is, if we don't support our local charities, right? It's like the quality, the quality of our life can be impacted. So these guys are making the quality of life much better
for everyone.
Yeah. All right. Donate.
Yeah, donate. We talked about that.
Yeah.
What else?
That's all I've got. I'm freaking losing steam.
Thank you for everything, Brian. I couldn't do this without you. I appreciate it.
And John, full acknowledgement to John, he's the man at Clean Up the Lake.
John Peltier is amazing.
Come over here, John. Come here for a minute. Can you do that?
No,
you got to take all your equipment off. No, you can't. No. We'll get him on the next one. But this guy is scuba. He's the scuba master out there, right?
He's doing amazing work.
How many pounds, John? How many pounds of stuff have you pulled out personally out of the lake?
It's in the thousands.
Thousands of pounds. He's in the,
those are
in the
tons.
Thousands.
We call those tons.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. A few, like this former guy.
A couple
right?
of tons.
We could start a new denomination. I was like 6 grants he pulled out of the lake. It used to be 6 grants. Now it's like
12
a half a dozen
grants.
grants.
Yeah, it's a lot. 6 is a half a dozen.
I mean, it was a dozen grants.
Math major over here, dude.
Now it's 6 grants.
Oh my God. Cut. We're done. We're just spiraling.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, I love this guy.
We will not
Where's
be here
the
all
turkey
week.
sound again?
Happy Thanksgiving. Forgot about that part. All right. You love that, right?
I can't believe you can do a turkey
Happy
like that.
Thanksgiving.
That's amazing.